Hello students, today we are going to discuss our ZEOTS paper. So today's topic is our one-dimensional motion and projectile motion. Okay, so the question paper consists of A section and B section. A is having 20 questions, so there we'll have objective with 1 mark questions and assertion reason and match the following. Okay, in section B we are having again 10 questions. Numerical integer questions. Out of 10 questions you are supposed to do only 5. Okay, so we'll start discussing the questions. You go through the questions one by one, you do it. Okay, come on, start. Yeah, so the first question is a particle read the question. A particle starts from the origin and rest. So that is very important. So the particle starts from rest. So initial velocity, we'll take the initial velocity of the particle is 0. So initial velocity is 0. Moves with a uniform acceleration. Moves with an uniform acceleration. So acceleration of the body is constant because they said uniform. Uniform is variation illa. Acceleration is constant. So that is very important point we want. Okay. So along the positive x-axis, identify all figures. So sometimes it may be 2 or 3 figures, more than 1 figure. Identify all the figures that correctly represents the motions. So we had to go through each and every graph. It may be VT graph, or it may be AT graph, or it may be ST graph, but we have to tell which is the correct graph. Okay, so we'll start doing the choice. Take the first choice. It is first choice. So in the first choice they are expecting to draw acceleration time graph. Don't see the answer, you just try to draw for AT from the given data. So data, see the data. So data says acceleration is constant. That means as time increases, acceleration is uniform. There is no change in acceleration. So, but acceleration is plotted along y-axis, t is plotted along x-axis, t is increasing, but acceleration is constant. X is increasing, but y is constant. So the graph will be like this. Okay, because y is a constant. Y is a constant means it is a straight line parallel to the x-axis. So this is AT graph. So we can say A is correct. First choice is correct. And next what we'll do, we'll go to the second graph. Okay. Now see the second graph. I shall draw here. Yes. So the second graph is VT, velocity versus time. So VT. Again what you have to do, you have to think from the data. What data they have supplied to draw VT graph. So we all know that slope of VT graph is nothing but acceleration. Slope stands for acceleration. Okay, so here what the acceleration? Acceleration is constant. So what is acceleration? Acceleration is nothing but slope of VT graph. Acceleration constant alle. But slope constant aayirikkanam. Slope of what? Slope of VT graph is constant. So it must be a constant slope. So definitely it must be a straight line. Okay. So acceleration is positive, slope is positive, and it is constant. We have to draw a straight line with some inclined angle. So this is the VT graph. So therefore second choice is also correct. Okay, next they are asking in third and the fourth choice, displacement time graph. So the next one will be displacement time graph. That is XT graph. We can say XT or namukku XT nu paraya. Okay. Appo adu engane nokka. Okay, come on, start. S is equal to UT, but U is constant, so 0 plus half A T square. Our standard equation, S is equal to UT plus half A T square, U is 0, so half A T square. But S we are plotting on x-axis. Half AT, half A is a constant. So we can put proportionality constant. So or you can say anything, constant, any constant, K into T square. Appo engane edam, x is proportional to T square. x is proportional to t square. அது ஏது formula உண்டு? Y is proportional to x square. That is called parabola. Degree 2, x degree 2, y degree 1 or vice versa. It is a parabola. Okay. This is in the form of y is proportional to x square. So the graph is a parabola. But they gave two parabolas. Which parabola we'll select? Okay. So we have to select the parabola where the velocity is increasing. We have to select the parabola where the velocity is increasing. That is, in that parabola, velocity should increase. Okay, so what you have to do, it is distance time graph. Okay, so slope kandikanam. Slope engane kandikam vetu. Just come on here. Suppose think that it is C. So here take two elements. Take this element here and take this element. Okay, just draw parallel lines at that point. So here slope is 90. Here angle is 90. Here angle is 0. So here slope is tan of 90 will be infinity. Here tan of 0 will be 0. So in the C graph, what happens? Slope is decreasing. That means slope is decreasing. So velocity is decreasing. But in the data, velocity is increasing. Okay. So we should not select this graph. It's a parabola only, but the slope is decreasing. Now select the next one. That is also parabola. And here come on, draw the line like this. Yes. So here what is the angle? 90 degrees. Here what is the angle? 0 degree. So what is the slope here? 0. What is the slope here? 90. So what happens to slope? Slope increases. That slope is nothing but velocity. Velocity is increasing. In this also, velocity is increasing because acceleration is constant. So in this graph, velocity is increasing. So here also velocity is increasing. Okay. So what type of graph you will select? So definitely we will select only the D1. We want D1. We will select the D1. We will select the D1. We will select the D1. Okay, like that. So the correct answers are A is correct because it is uniform acceleration. B is also correct because acceleration is constant. So slope of VT graph is constant. And D is constant because S and T relation is parabola. But in that parabola, velocity must increase. But in this parabola, velocity is decreasing. So I cannot select the C choice. I have to select first, second and fourth. First, second and fourth. So now see which is first, second and fourth. First, second and fourth. So your third choice is the correct answer. Like that. Super question. Please note down. Okay. Shall we go to the next question? Yes. Yeah. Always read the question. From a building, two balls A and B are thrown such that A is thrown vertically upwards. A is thrown vertically upwards and B downwards. Be careful. A is thrown vertically upwards. Melota poi. B thayote. B downwards with the same velocity. So A is projected with velocity U. B is thrown with velocity U, not from rest. Okay, then VA and VB are their respective velocities in reaching the ground. What can you say about VA and VB? Very simple. If you apply law of conservation of energy, we will get the same answer. We'll say, or if you want, you can do with one-dimensional motion also. Come on, start doing the graph. Come on, so just draw the graph like this. So this is our height of the tower. Height of the tower, we call it as H. Okay, we are having two particles. One is A, other one is B. Okay, na? Okay. Now A is thrown vertically upwards with the velocity U. It reaches the highest point and it will come down like this. So here the velocity VA. Okay. And similarly for B, I will change the color. B is thrown down with the velocity U. Again, I want to know what is the velocity of B at the point this. Like that. So how to do this type of questions? We have to do separately using the equations and we have to apply sign convention also. For A, come on, start. For A, so I want final velocity. So we'll use V square minus u square is equal to 2as. Now we will start applying the sign convention. Okay, u is upward, u is upward, so I will take it as positive. But we know that our gravity is always downward, gravity is always downward, so I will take it as minus. Okay, and what about displacement? Displacement is from top of the tower to the bottom. So this is the first point and this is second point. Second point, displacement will be downward. Displacement will be downward. So our S, which is called as H, will be downward. So we will take minus sign. Okay now. But for V is unknown, no? Don't apply sign convention. So now apply this. VA square is equal to, I will take u to that side, u square plus 2 into A is minus, H is also minus. Both are minus because they are opposite to the direction of initial velocity. Therefore, this can be written as u square plus minus minus becomes plus 2gh. So this is the velocity with which A reaches the bottom. Keep it with you. In the similar manner, we have to go for B. For B, this one, the yellow one. Again, if you want, you can draw once again. For B, it is moving down directly. Now, again, same concept only I will apply. U is down, so down I will take it as positive. Okay, and acceleration is also down. Both are in the same direction, so positive. And H is also down. It is in the same direction as that of U, so it is positive. So all are positive. Again apply this formula. V square is equal to u square plus 2a's formula. V square means VB square LA, u square plus 2 into, now A is positive, H is also positive because they are in the same direction as that of the initial velocity. So therefore VB is equal to root of u square plus 2gh. Call that as second equation. Now compare both the equations. Come on, read it. This is root of u square plus 2gh. This is also root of u square plus 2gs. So we can show that VA and VB both are equal. So both the bodies reaches the ground with the same velocity. That's the answer. So the answer is 2. VA and VB are equal, like that. In this way you are supposed to do. Okay students? Yes. Okay students, we will continue the third question. Read the third question. The relation between T and X. T is equal to ax square, where a is a constant and bx. A and b are constants. Then what is the acceleration? We know that when you differentiate x, you will get velocity. When you differentiate velocity, you will get acceleration. But that and all we have to do with respect to time. If x is a function of time, we have to do like that. But here the situation is a little bit different. Depending upon the situation, we are supposed to do the differentiation. Let us see what is the situation. Now in this question, t is a function of x. Generally, x must be a function of t. But now t is a function of x. We cannot write x in terms of t also. It's a quadratic equation. So it's a very critical situation. Then what we'll do? We want dx by dt, no. But we'll go for the reciprocal. That is dt by dx kittan chance undu. dt by dx kittiyalum koyappala reciprocal edukumbo namakku dx by dt gittu. Adu namakku velocity at edukka. Then namakku acceleration cheya. Try cheyanam. So what I am going to do is, I am going to differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. I am differentiating with respect to x. So dt by dx, because t differentiation is 1 dt by dx. So what is x square differentiation? 2x. What is x differentiation? 1 into b. Then we know that velocity is equal to dx by dt, but this is dt by dx. I don't want dt by dx, but I want reciprocal of dt by dx. So we'll go for reciprocal. So take the reciprocal. So dx by dt is nothing but 1 by 2ax plus b. That is nothing but velocity only. So velocity is equal to 1 by 2ax plus b. So somehow we reached velocity. Again we had to face another problem. Velocity is not a function of time. Velocity is a function of distance. So what we have to do, we can differentiate only with respect to x. And if you want t, extra t we have to put. Okay. So now the situation is differentiate with respect to x, because that is the availability. Adu matra ullu, t illa. So we have to do like that. Okay, so dv by what? dv by dt is equal to dv by dx into dx by dt. Angane cheyyallo. In mathematics you might have studied. Okay. Namukku acceleration ah vendadu, dv by dt ah vendadu. But v is not a function of time, v is a function of x. So with respect to x cheyidittu aa effect namukku nullify cheyyam. So we can write dx by dt. So this is the rule. So we'll get dv by dt is equal to, idu edu formula undu? It is reciprocal. You know what is reciprocal? 1 by x formula undu. So we know that 1 by x differentiation is minus 1 by x square. Okay, so 1 by fx minus 1 by fx the whole square, and that fx also we have to differentiate. So it is in the form of 1 by x. So minus 1 by x square and 1 by something the whole square. The something also we have to differentiate. So we have to differentiate 2ax plus b. 2ax plus b differentiation is 2a into x. 2a into, we have to write this. What is that? Dx by dt. How do you write dx by dt? We can write it as v, like that. Because the answer should be in terms of v. So I write it in terms of v. And now what I have to do is, so now you can substitute the values. But we know that 1 by 2ax plus b is nothing but v. Therefore 1 by 2ax plus b the whole square is nothing but v square. Angane idallo. Okay. So the whole quantity, this 1 by, I can write it as v square. Okay. 2a edukanda. Therefore this can be written as minus 2a edukanda. 1 by 2ax plus b the whole square can be written as v square. V square into one more v is there. So it becomes v square into one more v is there. V square into one more v is there. So we'll get v cube. Okay. So now read the question. What is dv by dt? Acceleration. So what is the answer? Acceleration is equal to minus 2a into v cube. So like that we can write acceleration in terms of velocity. So the answer will be 3. 3 can be answer will be 1. Answer will be 1. 1 can be written as minus 2a into v cube. So you should be very good in differentiation. Okay. So go through that. It's a very good question. Be careful. And it is a previous IIT question. So that's why I gave. Okay. The next question will be, read the question. A particle located at x is equal to 0 at time t is equal to 0 starts moving along the positive direction of x-axis with a velocity v is equal to a root x. The letters are very small there. V is equal to a root x. I think alpha root x. It's okay. Alpha root x, where alpha is a constant. Then what is the displacement of the particle? This time they gave velocity in terms of x. I had to take you to the displacement. So what I had to do? Again, come on, start thing. We can write velocity as dx by dt is equal to alpha into root x. Okay. but we want relation between x and t. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ dx ഉണ്ട്, നമുക്ക് dx വേണ്ട, dx eliminate ചെയ്യണം. So what will do? Gather the same letters. ഇത് dx അല്ലേ, ഇത് x function അല്ലേ, bring it to this side and alpha into dt. That is, write x function on one side, write t function on other. Separate the variables. That is called variable separable method. Now to eliminate the operator, integrate it. Now integrate it. Now we are integrating this. Okay. So integral of dx by root x. നമ്മൾ അവിടെ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. What is root x differentiation? 1 by 2 root x. So what is 1 by 2 root x integration? Root x. We don't want 1 by 2 root x. We want only 1 by root x. So what is the integration? 2 root x. Okay. So integration of this. So now you start integrating. Integrate. So integrate. Integration of root x by this will be 2 root x will be equal to alpha into integral of 1 with respect to time, that is t. So now we related x and t, but we want x, so square it on both sides. So 4 into x is equal to alpha into t square. So x is equal to alpha t square by 4, but they ask only proportionality. They want to know how the displacement varies with time. So x is proportional to t square. We can say like that, x is proportional to t square. So now this question is based on integration. Okay, good. So you should be good in integration as well as differentiation. And now see this question, it's a very simple question. The graph of the object motion is given. Instantaneous velocity of the object at point n. You know what is instantaneous velocity? Velocity at every point. Sometimes it changes, sometimes it does not changes. Okay, so we have to check whether it changes or not. So VA and VB are the instantaneous velocities. Then what is VA? They have given the graph also. So now just have idea about the graph. See this graph. This is displacement time. Enganundu? Graph is a straight line, and what is the slope of it is a straight line. It is a straight line. It is not a parabola. Since it is a straight line, slope of the xt graph is a constant. Slope of the graph is a constant. It is a constant. What is slope stands for? Velocity at every point is constant. That is, velocity at this point is one and the same as velocity at this point. Velocity at A is one and the same as velocity at B. Why the velocities are equal? Because velocity can be identified by measuring the slope. But what is the slope at this point and what is the slope? Slope at all the points are one and the same because it is a straight line. Therefore, velocity at A is one and the same as velocity at B. So, instantaneous velocity is one and the same at all the points. Had it been a parabola, then we can say that slope is different. Velocity will be different. Instantaneous velocity are different. But in the I case, slope is constant. So velocity is constant. So instantaneous velocity will be one and the same at every point. At all the points, velocity is one and the same. Okay, so VA and VB are equal. So that choice we can take. But they want to know the value. So you want to know the value. At any point we can find out. And they gave this data also, some point. They gave at any point. You can find out here, you can find out here. So depending upon the data, we can find out at any point. So they gave here. So here how much they gave? I think they gave it too small. So it is 4 meters. And here delta t something they gave. Okay, how much they go? 8 seconds. So they gave the information about delta x and delta t. Let me find out the velocity at this point. So we know that velocity is nothing but delta x by delta t. That is nothing but 4 by 8. 4 by 8 is nothing but 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5. Okay. So what is the velocity at this point? 0.5. What is the velocity at this point? 0.5. So what is the velocity at this point? 0.5. What is the velocity at this point? 0.5. So what is the velocity at every point? 0.5. So VA and VB are equal, and that answer will be VA and VB are equal and each is equal to 0.5. That's all. Okay. So VA and VB are equal, each is equal to 0.5. Because since it is a straight line, slope will be one and the same. So instantaneous velocity will be one and the same at every point. Okay, like that. Next question will be, again, so we had to select, okay, we had to select the graph. The distance traveled by the body moving along the line T is proportional to T cube. Okay, X is proportional to T cube. That is given. That is displacement as a function of time. They want to know graph, AT graph. So they gave AT graph. They want to know our AT graph. So we had to form the relation between acceleration and time. After seeing the structure, we can say what type of graph it is. Again, same thing, only differentiate it. Differentiate. So when you differentiate it, we will get velocity dx by dt. Proportionality which is chaya, proportionality remove chayanda, 3t square. Again differentiate it because we have to reach up to acceleration. A is equal to dv by dt. Meandum chaya, it is 6t square. So we can say that acceleration is proportional to t square. In acceleration is wrong. No, sorry. That is 6t because t square differentiation is 2t, 6t. So we can say that acceleration is proportional to t. Now what we have to do? We have to see what is the graph. This is the formula where we are plotting acceleration. We are plotting acceleration on the y-axis. Where we are plotting the time? We are plotting the time on x-axis. This is the formula. Y is proportional to x. So y is equal to proportional means y is equal to mx. But graph enga straight line. Okay. So the answer for this question will be straight line. So A will be the correct answer. Simple. Okay. Yes. The next question is, again read the question. Okay. From the tower H, note down the points. From the tower H, a particle is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity u. Okay. That means what will be the figure? The figure will be from the tower H, a particle is thrown up with velocity u. Okay, correct. After that, what they are telling? The time taken by the particle to hit the ground. Time taken by the particle to hit the ground. That is the time of flight. Time of flight to go to top and come back. That is time for the particle to move from A to B. That is time for the particle to move from, that will be time of flight. That's what he is telling. Okay. The time of flight is n times time taken by it to reach the highest point. That is the highest point. Come on, note down the highest point. Namaka C edka. But here the time. So they are telling TAC. So what they are telling? Your TAB is T. TAB is equal to n times of TAC. Like that they are telling. Okay. Time taken by the particle to reach the ground is n times of time taken by the particle to reach the highest point. That's the condition. If that is the condition, tell me the relation between H, N, U, like that. Simple. We should know how to write the equations. So first what we'll do? First we will write the equation for the journey AB. We will write the equation for the journey AB. Come on, start. S is equal to UT plus half AT square concept. Ready? And U is upward. So plus edka. G means downwards. Minus edka. And your H is also downward. H is also downward. So minus edka. So now substitute the values. So minus H is equal to UT minus half GT square. Call that as first equation. And now what you have to do? T means TAB. T means TAB. The TAB we will write it in terms of N into TAC. So what is TAC? TAC is the time taken by the body to reach the highest point. That is time of ascent. Time of ascent formula undallo. U by G madiyallo. U by G. So u by g നമുക്ക് അവിടെ ഇടാം. Okay, so t is equal to n times of u by g because n times പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ. So n times of u by that concept I am applying. So now substitute the value of n u by g in the place of t. Okay, because the answer is not in t. So minus h is equal to u into nu by g. T സ്ഥാനത്ത് nu by g is ma'am is substituting minus half into g into square ചെയ്യണ്ടേ n square u square by g square. That's all. In a simple way ചെയ്താൽ മതി answer കിട്ടും. Now what you have to do? G gets cancelled. So now I will take the LCM as 2g. It is 2g. So multiply with 2g minus 2gh is equal to അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ 2 വരും 2n u square minus ഇവിടെ n square u square തന്നെ കിട്ടും. Okay, yes, but now we don't want to start with minus, we want to start with plus. So I will take minus to that side or you multiply every term to minus. So this can also be written as 2gh is equal to either minus ஆகும் இது plus ஆகும். I can take n u square as common. Okay, so n u square இது plus ஆகும். അപ്പോൾ n u square പുറത്ത് പോകുമ്പോൾ ബാക്കി എത്തുന്നുണ്ട് n ഉണ്ട് ഇത് മൈനസ് ആവും. അപ്പോൾ ഈ n u square മാറ്റി പോകുമ്പോൾ ബാക്കി എത്തുന്നുണ്ട് 2 ഉണ്ട്. So this will be the identity between h and u. Okay, now see the answer which will coincide. 2gh is equal to n u square into n minus 2. Very simple question. Only thing is we have to connect time like that. Okay students, go through. Okay, and think about the sign convention and do it. And the next question is slowly we are going to the projectile motion. Okay, yeah, come on, read the question. The trajectory of the projectile near the surface of the earth is y is equal to 2x minus 9x square. If it is well launched at an angle of theta naught with a speed v, what is the value? Okay, so they have given the parabolic equation. So write the parabolic equation. Y is equal to 2x minus 9x square. This is parabolic equation. From the parabolic equation we have to find out the angle of projection and we have to find out the initial velocity also. എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റൂ? So this should be compared with the standard equation. Okay, tell me the standard equation for the parabola. Y is equal to x tan theta minus half into g into x square by u square cos square theta. U square cos square theta either അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ux square either. Okay, but now start comparing. What best you can do, you do it. What is x coefficient? See the x coefficient tan theta. What is x coefficient? 2. So we can take tan theta as 2. So if you take tan theta as 2, you are getting theta as angle of projection as tan inverse 2. But answer tan illa. Cos und sin und. So we'll convert tan into cos and sin. Draw a triangle. Okay, so 2 means what? 2 by 1. But this is 2, this is 1. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് എത്ര ആയിരിക്കും? √5 ആയിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് കാസോ സൈനോ എനിത്തിങ് വി കൻ ഗോ. ഓക്കെ, സോ ലെറ്റ് മീ ട്രൈ ഫോർ കാസ് തീറ്റ. കാസ് തീറ്റ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു 2 by √5. യെസ്, സോ തീറ്റ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ കാസ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് കാസ് തീറ്റ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ അഡ്ജസൻറ്റ് ബൈ ഹൈപ്പോട്ടന്യൂസ് 1 by √5. സൈൻ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ 2 by √5. സൈനൊക്കെ 2 by √5 ഉണ്ട്, but it has to matches with velocity. Just we'll wait. Okay, sin എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ സൈനൊക്കെ എടുത്ത് തരാം. Sin is equal to 2 by √5. So I got two options. So let me find out the velocity. After that we'll get the correct option. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് ആംഗിൾ കിട്ടി. ഓക്കെ, ഇനി എന്താ വേണ്ടത്? ഇനിഷ്യൽ വെലോസിറ്റിയാണ് വേണ്ടത്. എങ്ങനെ? ഇങ്ങനെ അടുത്തത്. അത് വാട്ട് ബെസ്റ്റ് യു കൺ ഡു, യു ഡു ഇറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ എക്സ് സ്ക്വയർ കോഷ്യൻറ്റ്. സോ എക്സ് സ്ക്വയർ കോഷ്യൻറ്റ് ഇതാ, ഇത് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് എക്സ് സ്ക്വയർ കോഷ്യൻറ്റാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ എക്സ് സ്ക്വയർ കോഷ്യൻ്റ് എത്ര ഉണ്ട്? 9 ഉണ്ട്. കമ്പയർ ചെയ്താൽ മതി. ജി ബൈ 2 എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്? ഇനിഷ്യൽ വെലോസിറ്റി കിട്ടാൻ വേണ്ടി. യു സ്ക്വയർ കാസ് സ്ക്വയർ തീറ്റ വിൽ ബി ഈക്വൽ ടു 9. അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഓൾറെഡി കാസ് തീറ്റ വാല്യൂ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. ദറ്റ് ഈസ് ജി ബൈ 2 ഇൻറ്റു യു സ്ക്വയർ ഇൻറ്റു വാട്ട് ഈസ് കാസ് തീറ്റ വാല്യൂ? 1 by √5. 1 by root 5 square cheyano 1 by 5 will be equal to 9. In a cross cheyadamadi, okay, 5 will go up, 5 into g I will take it as 10 by 2 into that 9 is coming this side is equal to u square, okay. 5 gittum, so u square will be 25 by 9, u square will be 25 by 9, so u will be 5 by 3. U means of course they are calling it as V0, that's not a big issue. So V0 will be 5 by 3. So the answer will be initial velocity is 5 by 3. Pinna angle namukku nokka. Evada initial velocity 5 by 3. Ivada 5 by 3 undu. Ivada 5 by 3 undu. Okay. 5 by 3. 5 by 3 ivada edengil match avanu. 5 by 3 cos inverse 1 by root 5. Illengil 5 by 3 sin inverse 2 by root 5. Cos inverse 1 by root 5. Correct. 5 by 3. Correct. Okay. அப்போ இது தெட்டு பிகாஸ் இவட 1 அல்ல 2 ஆனா வேண்டது தெட்டு அப்போ இது ஓகே പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ തെட்டு ஓகே so that's the problem okay പിന്നെ ഇവിടെ இது தெட்டு so that's why this is the problem so the correct answer for this question is first option like that very carefully we have to mark the answers choice be careful ready now so it's only just comparing the given equation with the standard equation and the next question go through a particle is moving with velocity V is equal to k into y I cap plus x j cap. From the observations we can say that this is velocity of the particle in 2 dimensions because we are having x component and y component. So then what is the general path? General path is x and y relation. ആ സമയത്ത് t വേണ്ട velocity വേണ്ട x and y relation മാത്രം മതി. എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? ഇത് ഏത് ഫോമിലുണ്ട്? It is in the form of Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. This type of work we did in our 2-dimensional motion. So when you compare I bar coefficient, what is I bar coefficient? Vx. What is I bar coefficient? This. So we will write Vx is equal to ky and Vy is equal to k under x. Like that we collected the data. After collecting the data we have to start thinking what had to do. Okay. And shall I write this as dx by dt? Vanda. If you write dx by dt, you will get time letter. But in the answer, time illa. So don't write dx by dt. But then what you have to do? So just, but don't integrate. Dx by dt will be ky and dy by dt will be kx. But don't integrate it. If you integrate it, you will get time function. But in the answer, there is no time. So what you have to do? Divide both. If you divide dx by dt, dy by dt, t will get cancelled. T is not coming to the picture. We will have relation between x and y. So now divide 1 with 2. But don't go for integration. Divide 1 by 2. Then this t gets cancelled. Dx by dy is equal to kk gets cancelled. Y by x. Now you separate the variables. Cross. X into dx is equal to y into dy. Correct. Now we have to remove the operators. So we will integrate it. We will integrate it. Okay. So y integrate cheyambo y square. Y integrate cheyambo y square by 2. X integrate cheyambo x square by 2. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് കോൺസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് ഇവിടോ അവിടോ നമുക്ക് കോൺസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാം ഓക്കെ അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെയാണ് കോൺസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ഏതോ ഒരു കോൺസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ് ആൻഡ് വി ഷുഡ് നോട്ട് കീപ് ഫ്രാക്ഷൻസ് ഇൻ ദി denominator. So we'll write this as x square is equal to, we'll write this as y square is equal to x square plus 2 into c. 2 into c can be written as a constant like that. Right now, so y square by 2 is equal to x square by 2 plus c. So we'll take the denominator, we'll simplify the denominator. So y square is equal to x square plus 2c. 2c can be written as c. So which is the correct answer? The correct answer will be this. So this will be the correct answer like that. Okay, so the complete mathematics work in physics. Okay, the next question will be, come on, the coordinates of a moving particle at any time is given by, come on, x coordinate thanditunde alpha t cube, y coordinate thanditunde beta t cube. So the horizontal displacement is given, vertical displacement is given. We want to know the speed of the particle. Okay, That is, speed means v is equal to root of total final speed. So what you have to differentiate it. So you differentiate x and y. You differentiate x and y. So we will get ux or vx, it doesn't matter. After t also vx is equal to differentiate this dx by dt. That will be 3 alpha t square, because we all know that t cube differentiation is 3t square. In the similar manner, vy is equal to dy by dt. Again same thing you are getting 3 beta t square. So this is horizontal component of displacement. That will be the vertical displacement, but we want to know the speed. So v is equal to root of vx square plus vy square. This is horizontal component of velocity. That's a vertical component of velocity after an interval of time t. But we want total, so that will be equal to root of square cheyande 3 alpha t square the whole square plus 3 beta t square the whole square. Okay na? So now which is common? 3 alpha 3 t square is common. Okay, square, so it can be taken outside. So 3 t square, when you take 3 t square the whole square outside the bracket, it becomes 3t square only, because root undalle. Yes, so root of alpha square plus beta square, because 3t square is common inside the root. When you take it outside, it becomes 3t square. This will be the answer. So this will be the answer, like that. Okay, good. And the next question will be again from projectile motion. Come on, go to that. Always you have to read the question. A boy playing on the roof of 10 meters building with a speed throws a ball of that with a speed of angle. Yeah, so what you have to do? We have to go for the roof. Top of the roof means top of the roof. So the boy here, from here. So the boy is at a distance of h. H is equal to 10 meters. From there he is throwing the ball. Okay, so he is throwing a ball like this. Okay, he is throwing a ball with a speed of 10 meter per second at an angle theta will be equal to 30 degrees. Okay, yes. Again read the question. How far from the throwing point? Which is the throwing point? ಏನು പറയുന്നത് throwing point. Okay, will the ball be at a height of 10 meters from the ground? Still the ball should be at a height of 10 meters. So ഈ distance ഇങ്ങനെ ലൈൻ വരയ്ക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് 10 meters. Again this is also 10 meters. Okay, അപ്പോൾ ഈ point ആണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ distance, they are asking this distance. How far the ball is? Again at a distance of 10 meters from the ground. Initially it was at a distance of 10 meters. After some time again it will be at a distance of 10 meters. That means ഈ distance ആണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ distance വന്ന് കറക്റ്റ് നോക്കി, ഈ distance വന്ന് നോക്കി, വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദാറ്റ്? ഇതെന്ത് ഈ അപ്പർ പോർഷൻ മാത്രം നോക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇത് ഏതായിരിക്കും? റേഞ്ച് ആയിരിക്കും, സാധാരണ റേഞ്ച് ആയിരിക്കും. അറ്റ് ദി പോയിന്റ് എ ലെവൽ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് റേഞ്ച്. സോ വി ഹാവ് ടു ഫൈൻഡ് ഔട്ട് റേഞ്ച്. അപ്പോൾ റേഞ്ച് എങ്ങനെ റേഞ്ച് അത്ര, ദാറ്റ്സ് ഓൾ. ഈ പോർഷൻ മാത്രം നോക്കിയാൽ മതി, അപ്പർ പോർഷൻ മാത്രം നോക്കിയാൽ മതി, നോക്കിയാൽ ബ്ലൂ മാത്രം നോക്കിയാൽ മതി. റേഞ്ച് എങ്ങനെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക? റേഞ്ചിക്ക് ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഫോർമുല. റേഞ്ചിക്ക് എന്താ ഫോർമുല? റേഞ്ചിക്ക് ഫോർമുല യു സ്ക്വയർ കമോൺ സേ സൈൻ 2 theta by g. Finish. That is 10 into 10 sine into 60. It is 60, 2 into that. Root 3 by 2 into 10. 10 gets cancelled. 5 into root 3. That is 5 into 1.7 I went. Okay. So that will be 8.5. So approximately 8.5. So the answer will be first answer, like that. Okay. Answer is 1, like that. Next question is again, a projectile is given an initial velocity. Again initial velocity u is equal to I cap plus 2j cap. ഇത് ഏത് ഫോമിലുണ്ട്? ux I cap plus uy j cap. Okay, and okay along the vertical. Okay, then the equation. So they want to know the equation of the trajectory. y is equal to x tan theta minus half g x square by u square cos square theta. അതാണ് വേണ്ടത്. ഓക്കെ, എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? ഇത് ഏത് ഫോമിലുണ്ട്? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ഇൻ ദി ഫോം ഓഫ് ux I cap plus uy j cap. അപ്പോൾ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ux can be taken as 1, uy can be taken as 2. Okay, now we want the equation. What the equation? Y is equal to x tan theta minus half g x square by u square cos square theta ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒന്നിച്ച് യു എക്സ് സ്ക്വയർ എഴുതാം. ബിക്കോസ് നമുക്ക് യു എക്സ് സ്ക്വയർ അവൈലബിൾ ഉണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ യു എക്സ് സ്ഥാനത്ത് യു എക്സ് ഇടണം, ടാൻ തീറ്റ വേണം. ഓക്കെ, വി നോ ദാറ്റ് ടാൻ തീറ്റ ഇസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു ഓക്കെ vertical component by horizontal component. vertical component എത്ര ഉണ്ട്? 2 ഉണ്ട്. 2 by horizontal component എത്ര ഉണ്ട്? 1 ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ എത്ര കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്? 2 ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ സ്ഥാനത്ത് 2 ഇട്ടാൽ മതി. ഓക്കെ, സോ x into 2, x into 2, x into 2 will be 2, 2x minus half into g, you can take it as 10, x is a variable and ux is nothing but 1 square it, that's all. So that will be y is equal to 2x, you can cancel this, so it will be minus 5x square. So the equation of the path will be y is equal to 2x minus 5x square. 2 will be the correct answer. Second choice will be the correct answer. Like that, very simple. Only from the equation tan theta can be here. Okay, and ux already under substitute cheyda madi. Okay, and see this question, this also very good. Go through the question. The position of the projectile launched from the horizon, this is the position vector. It is a position vector. Position vector. അത് ഏത് ഫോമിലുണ്ട്? എക്സ് ഐ ക്യാപ് പ്ലസ് വൈ ജെ ക്യാപ്. സോ വിൽ ഗെറ്റ് എക്സ് ആൻഡ് വൈ and after 2 seconds. So they have given the position after 2 seconds. If the projectile was launched at an angle of theta, what is theta? Angle of inclination. Okay, very carefully we have to do. Okay, yes, like this. So the projectile is projected in this way. Projectile is projected in this way, and after t seconds, let us assume that after t seconds, let us assume that it is at the point P. Samaya ethanai? Samaya will be 2 seconds. Okay. Then the position vector, ingane. This is called OP bar is called position vector. There is a slight difference in angle. Look. So this is our y coordinate. This is our x coordinate. So now tan theta is equal to y by x. It won't go angle of projection. Okay, so which is the angle of projection? Only this is the direction of velocity. Only this will be the angle of projection. So observe carefully. Okay, only that will be the angle of projection. Okay, so how to find out that value? Slowly we have to do. Okay, come on. So come on, right? R bar is equal to 40 I cap plus 50 j cap. But ഏത് ഫോമിലുണ്ട്? R bar is equal to xi bar plus yj bar. അതുകൊണ്ട് y എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് 50 meters എടുക്കാം, x എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 40 meters എടുക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, ഇനി നമുക്ക് എന്താ വേണ്ടത്? ux വേണം, because tan theta അല്ലേ വേണ്ടത്. How do you find out tan theta? We can find out tan theta only by knowing uy and ux. Don't say that tan theta is equal to y by x. No, it's entirely different. Observe carefully. There's a lot of difference between blue line and white line. Okay, yes. So for that what we have to use basic equation. In our projectile പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും x is equal to uxt because നമുക്ക് ax ഇല്ല. Okay, and y is equal to uyt minus half g t square. It is nothing but s is equal to ut plus half t square application in vertical component. A will be minus. Now substitute the value of x and y. Time തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, you will get the value of ux and uy, then you can find out tan theta. Cheyamo, come on. What is x? 40. So ux into സമയം എത്രയായി? സമയം 2 seconds. 2. അപ്പോൾ what is ux? Ux will be 20 meter per second. அது அங்கே இருக்கட்டே. Okay. In the similar manner, we'll substitute the value of y. Y எத்தனை உண்டு 50. uy கண்டுபிடிக்க சமயம் எத்தனை I 2 minus half into g 10 எடுக்க 2 into 2 4. Okay. So then this becomes how much? This gets cancelled. It gets cancelled 20. 20 is coming to this side. What a 50 உண்டு or a minus 20 உண்டு. So இங்கோட்டு வரும்போது 70 will be 2 into uy. So your uy will be equal to 35. Okay. So now we got ux and we are having uy. So it is the time for us to find out tan theta. Therefore tan theta is equal to uy value, that is 35, and ux value, that is 20. So when you cancel it, you will get it as 7 by what? 4. So tan theta is 7 by 4. Theta will be tan inverse 7 by 4. This will be the answer. Third will be the answer, like that. Very carefully with understanding we have to do. But it is very simple only. Okay, all our previous IIT questions. Yeah, next question. That also very simple. Come on. A projectile is projected. Immediately you have to draw the figure. A projectile is launched at an angle. Sorry, it is angle. It's angle alpha with the horizontal. It is projected. Let it go like this. Okay. Projected with the velocity. Velocity thandutunde. U is equal to 20 meter per second. And that angle is alpha. Alpha ittunde. After 10 seconds, samayathanai, after 10 seconds, it will reach us the point P. So the time will be 10 seconds. Okay, after some other point, its inclination with angle gradually decreases, that we know. So here we'll have another velocity. That velocity is making an angle beta with the horizontal. Okay, yes. Then what is the relation between tan alpha and tan beta? That's all. We have to form the relation between tan alpha and tan beta. Very simple. Go for the components. Resolve V. So here it is V cos beta. Here it is V sin beta. Ingotva. Here it is U cos alpha. Here it will be U sin alpha. Okay. Yeah, okay. We can substitute the value of u afterwards also. Okay. Now what we had to do? We had to connect them. We had to connect one after the other. But we know that in our projectile motion, horizontal component of velocity is always constant. Vertical component velocity changes. Therefore, this is horizontal, this is horizontal. These both are equal. They are equal because that is the property of projectile motion. So we can say u cos alpha will be equal to v cos beta. No, I think I can write in another way. V cos beta is equal to u cos alpha. Call that as first equation. Because horizontal component velocity will be always constant. But vertical anganalla, vertical marum. How do you write vertical equation? Vy is equal to uy minus gt. V is equal to u plus at. When you go for vertical component, we will get this. But what is Vy? V sin beta is equal to uy. What is uy? U sin alpha minus gt. T how much? 10 seconds I put. Okay. Now, enna vendadu? Tan beta na vendadu. Equations divide cheya. Call this as second equation. Divide second by first. Then what happens? V gets cancelled. Okay na? Sin beta by cos beta. Tan beta kittanunde is equal to u sin alpha minus 10g by u cos alpha by u cos alpha. I wrote it separately. Okay. So now this u gets cancelled. So tan beta is equal to tan alpha, because they want that type of relation. That's why I am moving in that way. Okay, minus. But now it is the time for us to substitute the values. G teacher 10 eduthu and u tanditundallo 20 ida. Okay. Into e 1 by cos alpha. As alpha value we don't know. So 1 by cos alpha we can write it as sin alpha. So 1 by cos alpha we will write it as sec alpha. So we will write it as sec alpha, okay, because the answer is like that. That's why they are taking me like that, okay. Now again do it. So tan beta is equal to tan alpha minus second term നമ്മൾ simplify ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ കുട്ടി വെട്ട് cancel. അപ്പോൾ 10 by 2 എത്ര കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട് 5 കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ വീണ്ടും പറയാം 1 by cos alpha എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് sec ആയിട്ട് എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ. So we'll write it as sec alpha. അപ്പോൾ ഇനി വായിച്ചു നോക്കുട്ടി tan beta is equal to tan alpha minus 5 sec alpha കിട്ടി. Tan beta is equal to tan alpha minus 5 sec alpha. Simple question, huh? But if you observe that, you will think that, please do it once again. Okay students? Okay. Okay students, now we will do another type of questions, that is assertion reason. Okay. So there is one particular method in doing assertion reason question. First read the statements separately. After that only you have to link them. Don't try to link them in the beginning. Okay. So they will say reason, but don't think that that's a reason. Think that two statements. If both the statements are correct, then you start thinking whether the second statement is the correct reason for the first. Okay, then only you will get the correct answer. So now come on. First statement, I will say only statement, I won't say assertion. Okay, first statement. So this is the first statement. Two identical balls A and B thrown with the same velocity. So thrown with the same velocity. So U is equal to constant at two different angles, then the range is same. Very good topic. Okay, initial velocity is same, range is also same, then definitely the angles must be complementary to each other. Again, word conditions under. Okay, U same, R same, complementary angles. U same, complementary angles, R same, like that. So they are telling, so definitely the angles must be complementary to each other. What is meant by complementary angles? Sum should be always equal to 90 degrees. So theta 1 plus theta 2 will be equal to 90 degrees. Next, okay. If again if A and B reaches the maximum height h1 and h2, then what is R? Correct. So they are telling that we are having two angles. One is 30 degrees, other one 30 is example. It doesn't matter, one is 30 degrees, other one is 60 degrees. So this will have h1 and this will have h2, but both will have the same range and both are projected with the same velocity. If that is the condition, what the relation between R, h1 and h2? It's a standard notation. Okay, so then they are telling that R is equal to 4 into root of h1 h2. അത് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കണം, സമയം എടുക്കും. h1, what is h1? U square sin square theta by 2g. And what is h2? U square sin of 90 minus theta, because they are complementary angles. So sin of 90 minus theta will be cos square theta by g. Then you simplify LHS and you simplify RHS and write LHS. This identity will be true. It's a very standard result. Okay, so this is correct. This is correct only. This is correct only when the angles are complementary to each other. Further, the conditions are U should be same, R should be same. Okay, and if you want, you can check the LHS and RHS. R same then U square sin 2 theta by g. H first H nu parayunnu sin square theta edukanam, second H nu parayunnu sin square 90 minus theta. Appo cos square theta varum, because the angles are complementary to each other. Appo super aayittu namukku theriyan, but it's correct only. So this is correct, angana kittum. Okay, so but the first statement is correct. Second statement is product of said heights. That is, he is explaining product of said height. That is h1 h2. So what is h1? How do you write h1? U square sin square theta by 2g. And how do you write h2? U square sin square 90 minus theta. How do you write 90 minus theta? Cos square theta by 2g. This is product multiply cheyidittu adu LHS RHS idambo equal aayittu kittum. That's what he is telling. Correct then? Okay, so product of Z will be 1 is sin square theta, other one is cos square theta. Why is telling one is sin square theta, other one is cos square theta? Because they are complementary angles. Okay, if they are complementary angles, then only we can write like this. Yeah, that is also correct. This first statement is true for complementary angles. So that complementary angle concept is applying in the second statement. So that is also correct. Both are correct. Okay, if you write, if you take theta as theta, theta 2 as 90 minus theta, and if you try to write h1 and h2 in terms of one in sin square theta, other in cos square theta, then only you will get this result. You will get the result. You will get this result because of complementary angles. That's what he is telling. If I write h as sin square theta, if I write h2 as cos square theta, then only the above result is correct. So correct. So what he said is correct. What he said is correct, and that is the work we are going to do to get this. Okay. First statement is correct. That is our idea. For the second statement, what he is telling is also correct. But he is giving the clue to do the first statement. So the second statement is the correct reason for the first. So we had to say first is correct, second is correct. In doing the first, we will use the result of second. So second is the reason for the first. So that is correct. So the answer will be both A and B or A and R are correct, or R is the correct reason for A. So complete answer is in reason, correct. E is correct, like that. So answer is first. Like that. We should have very good touch with this question, then only we can do. Next one, okay, again. So next, assertion thandutan. What is, come on, watch now, come. The average speed of the object may be equal to the arithmetic mean of individual speeds. So what is telling that average is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 and so on divided by arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is for rendanna undangal V1 plus V2 by 2. மூணுன்னா உണ്ടെങ്കിൽ V1 plus V2 plus V3 by 3. அப்போ அங்கே n terms சொன்னங்கள் and so on n இடும். Correct. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. It is correct under the condition that it is correct only. It is correct only, but under the condition that time intervals are equal. Time intervals are equal. Time intervals are equal. That is the first 30 minutes, second 30 minutes, third 30 minutes. Hanga the problem stated now. If the time intervals are equal, then only average velocity will be equal to mean. If the time intervals are not equal, then ingana cheyarilla. Engana cheyum 1 by V1, 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. Angana cheyum. Okay, or 1 by reciprocal only will get it like that. So this is correct under the condition that time intervals are equal, correct. But he said it may be correct, it may or may not be correct. It may be correct, may be equal to arithmetic mean under the condition that time intervals are correct. So first one is correct. But this is again the first one is correct under the condition that time intervals are equal. So we have to underline that time intervals are equal. But what is telling in the second statement, what is telling in the second statement, average speed is equal to total distance by time. No. Okay, that is okay, correct. We know that average speed is equal to total distance by time is correct only. That is correct. But that is not mentioning the time intervals. He has to mention the time interval. He has to say average is equal to distance by time. But if you apply this concept under the equal intervals of time, then the above statement is correct, like that you have to. So in the second statement is correct only, but he is not giving the complete answer for the first statement. He is giving only the partial answer for the first statement. So I cannot take the second statement as the complete reason for the first. So I cannot tell second statement is the complete reason for the first. Okay, so I will go for B choice, like that. Complete statement average distance, average velocity is equal to distance by time. But when the time intervals are equal, then it is correct, like that he has to tell. Okay, he has given only partial explanation, he is not giving complete explanation. So I cannot take the second statement as the reason for the first. First is also correct, like that. So B will be the correct answer. Okay, next question, come on. Again, assertion. The angle of projection, that is projection angle is tan inverse 4. The maximum range and maximum height of the projectiles are equal. Yeah, that is also correct, because we have studied that 4h is equal to r tan theta. Okay, very important result. Once h and r are equal, this and this will get cancelled. So tan theta is equal to 4. So theta will be equal to tan inverse 4. It is correct. Tan inverse 4. Correct. What is said here is correct. Okay, so assertion is correct. Okay, but this is true. Okay, next he is telling, okay, the maximum range of projectile. Maximum range of projectile is directly proportional to the square of the velocity and inversely proportional to the acceleration due to gravity. He is telling something. What is telling? R maxima. What is R maxima? When theta is 45. He is talking about 45 only. He is talking about 45 only. Okay, so he is not talking about my angle. What is my angle? Theta is equal to tan inverse 4. He is talking about R maxima is what? U square by G. Correct then. R is proportional to U square. R is proportional to 1 by G. Correct then. But he is talking for 45 degrees. He is not talking for this angle. He has to talk for this angle. He is not talking. So he is talking for proportional to square, proportional to that. So what he said is true for 45. But my first statement is not for 45. My first statement is for theta is equal to tan inverse 4. Okay. But this is correct according to this is also correct. But his second statement is not talking about for, he is talking about for 45. He is not talking about for tan theta is equal to 4. Okay. So there is no connection between the second and first. So second is not the reason for first. But both are correct like that. There is no connection between first and second. But first is correct, second is also correct. That is so again I will go for second choice like that. Very carefully we have to do. Okay. After the match the following. Correct. Match the following chamber. Very carefully we have to do. Come on. One night come on. Uniform retardation venum. Uniform retardation means negative acceleration. Could you knock? So here what type of graph it is? It is a DT graph and it is a straight line. Slope is constant. So velocity is constant. So acceleration is 0. But we want negative retardation. So I cannot go for 1. Could you knock? Uniform acceleration retardation should be constant. But in this graph, acceleration is decreasing. Acceleration is positive, decreasing. So it cannot be retardation and it is not constant also. And see this here. Here acceleration constant. Acceleration slope is positive. Acceleration is constant. It is uniform acceleration. But we want retardation. So this okay. Acceleration is positive. It is constant. So it is not retardation. It is acceleration. See the last one here. Here what happens? In the last one what happens? See this. The graph is like this. The graph is like this. It is a distance time graph. And again if you think about the velocity, here angle is 90 degrees. Here the angle is 0 degree. So here the slope is infinity. Here the slope is 0. So slope is decreasing. Velocity is decreasing. Slope is decreasing. Velocity is decreasing. Therefore, it may have negative acceleration. Negative acceleration represents retardation. So, this will be the correct answer for this. Like that. So, 1 goes to yes. 1 goes to 5. Like that we have to take. Ready now? And the next one will be uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Come on. See this. It is a distance time graph. Straight line. What is the slope of dt graph? Velocity. Enganundu constant. It represents uniform velocity. Correct. 2 goes to 1. Correct. Uniform acceleration with initial velocity. See that here we are having initial velocity. Okay, we are having initial velocity. Understood? We are having initial velocity here. And what is the slope of Vt graph? Slope of Vt graph is constant. So the particle starts with initial velocity. Slope is constant, positive. So it is moving with uniform acceleration. Correct. 3 goes to 3. Like that. Okay, next. Constant acceleration in the per end directly. In constant acceleration, AT graph constant and 4 goes to 4. Okay. Yes. Next. Decreasing acceleration steadily. Yeah, either. See this. Here it is AT graph. but as time increases, acceleration is decreasing, but it is positive only. Positive decreases. Positive means acceleration, decreases means decreasing acceleration. So this goes to that. Okay. So we can say that 1 goes to 5, 2 goes to 1, 3 goes to 3, and 4 goes to 4, 5 goes to 2, like that. 5 goes to 2. It is 5. 5 goes to 2. He said either, it doesn't matter. 5 goes to that. Okay. Yes. And this question is also very good. Look here. Yes. See this graph. Here, for A to B, the body is moving from A to B. So for the journey AB, what happens to the velocity? Velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing. Look, velocity is positive. Velocity is positive and it is increasing. Okay. So we can say that velocity is increasing and it is positive. If it is positive, it will move along the positive direction of x-axis. So we can say for AB, velocity is positive. So it is moving along positive direction of x-axis. And velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing. So velocity is increasing. It is positive. So it is moving along positive direction x-axis. So we can take this like that. Okay. And for BC same then. For BC also, velocity is increasing positive. It is increasing positive. So it is moving along x-axis. So same we had to say PP will get. And for CD, it is positive. Still it is in the first quadrant only. Okay. So for CD, velocity is positive, but velocity is decreasing. Toyota 10, 9 like that. Velocity is decreasing, but it is positive. So it is moving along x-axis. So it is moving along x-axis with a decreasing velocity. So namakku edu edukka. Okay, like that. And for DE, velocity is negative. Velocity is negative, na? So it is changing its direction. So it is moving along minus x-axis. Okay. So velocity is negative, na? It is moving along minus x-axis. And what about the minus? Minus means it is in the fourth quadrant minus. But what about the value? Magnitude portion increases. -2, -4, -6. 2, 4, 6. Magnitude is increasing, but minus, say that it is moving in the opposite direction. Okay. Negative. So negative L minus x-axis. In a negative nokanda 2, 4, 6 because -2, -4, -6, 2, 4, 6. So magnitude is increasing. So velocity is increasing, but it is traveling along minus x-axis. So velocity is increasing. Yeah, velocity is increasing, but it is moving along minus x-axis. In that way you have to do. So the answer for D will be R, like that. Our answer will be PPQR. PPQR, like that. Understood? Yeah, very good question. Be careful. Next, this is also excellent question. Yeah, read it. See this. See the 3 trajectory. In all the trajectory, your maximum height will be same. H is same. H is same for all the 3. H is same for all the 3. Okay. Then the time of flight chodikkanundu. Okay. But we know that H is having very good connection with T. H is equal to 1/8 G T square. And a super formula undu. Padichitundavum. So H is proportional to T square or T is proportional to root H. But I am telling H is same for all the 3. Therefore, T is also same for all the 3. All the 3 will have the same time of flight. That is the answer. So, time of flight is least. We cannot least and maxima we cannot say. Okay, because there is no comparison. All will have the same value. That's the correct answer. So, we cannot say least. So, no appropriate match. That is best. Okay. So, we cannot say least. No appropriate match is given. What he has to say? He has to say time of flight. Least means it is one the same for all. If A has least, B has least, C has least. If A has maximum, B has maximum, C has maximum. Because for all the 3 curves, it will be one and the same. Okay. So, that type of clarity answer they have not given. So I am not able to select the choice. So that's why when I said no appropriate match for that. So like that. Ready now? So yes. Next, velocity vertical component. Again same thing. We can write h as, what is h? U square sine square theta. U square sine square theta can be written as uy square by 2g. Like that. So we can say uy square is proportional to h. Again uy is proportional to root h. Again same argument only. H is one the same. Therefore uy is also one the same for all the particles. For all the path uy is also one the same. Okay, so again we cannot categorize which is having least, which is having maximum and all. All will have the same value. So again I am not able to put the choice. So again my answer will be that only. Again my answer will be that only. Okay. So they will all will have the same vertical component of velocity. Okay. Next, horizontal component of velocity will be greatest. Up in R edukkanum. We have to take R. So we know that R is equal to 2ux uy by g. Appa u square sine 2 theta by g formula undale. As separate cheyum ingane kittum. Appa now uy is constant for all. 2 is also constant. This is also constant. Okay. So R is proportional to ux. R is proportional to ux. If R is least, ux will be least. If R is maxima, ux will be maxima. So they want horizontal component greatest. Which will have greatest? The curve which is having more range will have greatest ux. Which curve is having more range? C is having more range. See the figure. See the figure. C is having more range. C is having more range. So C is having more range. Therefore ux will be more for C, like that. If R is more, ux will be more. C is having more range. So ux will be more for C. So the answer will be C. So C means our C that is to R. So your third will go to R, like that. C, but that choice labeled is R. So R is the answer. Yes, R. Yes, R, like that. Okay. Next, launch speed. Launch speed means final velocity. What the final velocity? Final velocity is equal to root of ux square plus uy square. Okay. But uy is constant. We cannot tell anything. Okay. But if ux is least, u will be least. Okay. If ux is least, u will be least. When can ux will be least? When R is least. If R is least, then ux will be least, because ux depends on R. If range is minimum, ux will be minimum. Then u will be minimum, because u depends on ux. Which is having less range? A is having less range. So ux will be minimum for A. So u will be minimum for A. So the answer will be A. A means we have to go for P. A means we have to go for P. Okay, P. So the answer will be, for the first choice, last one yes. Second choice also, last one yes. And for the third one. And for the fourth one, first choice, like that. Okay, like that you have to see. Very good question. And now we are going to do the integer type questions. Okay, come on, start. And this is a very simple question. A passenger train of length of the train given. Okay, travels with, so we are having a passenger train of length L1. Okay, travels with a velocity of 80 km per hour. Another train of length, we are having two trains. Okay, two trains. This is another train of length L2, and it is moving with a velocity of 30 km per hour. Okay, the ratio of the time taken by the passenger train to completely cross. They had to cross the trains. When can the two trains will cross each other? When they travel the total length, L1 plus L2. They had to cross. So they have to travel their total length. L1 plus L2 will be the distance traveled by any one of the train. Then only we can say that the trains will cross. They may travel in the same direction, or they may travel in the opposite direction. When we will say they will cross? When they travel total distance as length of the train, L1 plus L2. They are moving in the same direction, they are moving in the opposite direction, chain unda. So if they move in the same direction, so this is V1 and this is V2, they had to cross, 2 trains they had to cross. So the total distance traveled by them will be L1 plus L2, and they are moving in the same direction. Therefore, the relative velocity will be, we'll take relative velocity. So because they are traveling in the same direction, so it will be V1 minus V2, that will be 80 minus 30. 80 minus 30 will be 50 kilometer per hour. Then I will say time will be equal to T1. Let it be as it is. And the second case is, they are moving in the opposite direction, and this is V1 and this is V2. So then also the time taken by them to cross them will be L1 plus L2, and then the relative velocity I will go for V dash. It will be V1 plus V2, 80 plus 30, that is 110 kilometer per hour. Then I will take the time as T2. Avarku endha vendadu T1 by T2 ana vendadu. Very simple. So we know that time is equal to distance by velocity, but here distance is same, constant, distance is same. So we can say T1 by T2 will be velocity in the second case by relative velocity in the first case. What is the velocity in the first case? 110 by what is the velocity in the second case? 50. So this will get cancelled. 11 by 5. 11 by 5 is nothing but 2.2. So 2.2 will be the answer. 2.2 will be the answer, like that. Very simple question, no doubt. And the next question is, come on. A body is dropped from the top of the tower. Height will be equal to 100 meters. So the total height of the tower will be 100 meters. Covers on the planet in the last 1 by 2 seconds. It is not 1 second. So don't use that Sth formula. Before hitting, it covers 9. So this is our initial point, and this is AB. So here the time will be 1 by 2 seconds. 1 by 2 seconds. Time will be 1 by 2 seconds. So here it is covering 19 meters. So what is the total distance? 100. In the last 0.5 seconds it is covering 90. But what is this distance? This will be 81 meters. Okay, then what is the acceleration due to gravity? Let us assume that total time will be t seconds. Total time taken by the body to touch the ground is t seconds. Then what is the time taken by the body to move from O to A? T minus 0.5 seconds subtract cheyandi. Subtract chedu. Okay. So for OA time will be t minus half, and for OB time will be t, like that. So now we will write the equations. For the journey OB, initial velocity is 0. So S is equal to ut plus half h square. S mana HLA. H is equal to half into G into t square. Appa H mana ethana irikkum? H mana ethana irikkum? 100 irikkum. Call that as first equation. And for the journey OA, 100 minus 19, 81. Okay, again U is 0. Half G into T will be T minus 1 by 2 the whole square. 0.5 seconds we have to subtract. So now divide both the equations. 100 by 81 is equal to G by 2 gets cancelled. T square by T minus 1 by 2 the whole square. All are perfect squares. Take the root. When you take the root, we will get 10 by 9 is equal to T by T minus 1 by 2. Now just cross multiply. Okay, now 10 by. So 10t minus 5 is equal to 9t. 9t. So t will be equal to 5 seconds. So time of flight will be 5 seconds. Acceleration due to gravity. So substitute the value of t is equal to 5 in the first equation. Then you will get 100 is equal to half into G. It is not, we are talking about the acceleration due to gravity on some other planet, we have to find out, into 5 square, that is 25. So now it will get by 4. So G will be 8. So G will be 8 meter per second square. So the acceleration due to gravity on the planet will be 8. 8 is the answer, like that. Okay. Yeah, next question. Okay, students, we will do the 23rd question. Go through the question. So a parachutist after bailing out falls 50 meters without friction. First, so this man will fall from the aeroplane, is it not? So we will draw the aeroplane. Okay, so from there the person is jumping. They will jump directly. Okay, they will jump. So they first for some time they will move in free space. After that only they will open the parachute. Okay, after that they will land on the ground with the help of parachute. But then they will control on the parachute. So when they are traveling in air, free space means air. They will jump from rest. Initial velocity will be 0. Up to A, after traveling a distance of up to 50 meters, he is moving in free space. Free space. So that means acceleration due to gravity will be 9.8. After that he will open the parachute. So he is opening the parachute. Look. Yes. He opens the parachute. Yes. See this person. Okay. Now he start descending. He is landing. That's what he is telling. When the parachute opens, he decelerates. So he is moving with a negative acceleration of 2 meter per second. He want to stop, no. So he want to reduce the velocity, no. So he is applying retardation. Okay, and he reaches the ground with a velocity of 3 meter per second. Okay, full details they have given. But we want to know at what height did he bail out. But total distance ana chodikkundu. Okay. So that means OB ana vendadu. But already OA തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇനി AB കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചാൽ മതി നമുക്ക് ടോട്ടൽ ആൻസർ കിട്ടും. ഓക്കെ, AB എങ്ങനെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക? നമുക്ക് ആദ്യം ഇവിടുത്തെ വെലോസിറ്റി കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക. Because one is with acceleration due to gravity, other is with acceleration of the parachute. So we had to do in two parts. Okay, so first I will find out the velocity at the point A. That will be the initial velocity for the journey AB. So then I can find out the distance. Okay, so for the journey OA, distance തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So V square is equal to 0 because he is jumping from the aeroplane. So from rest. So 2 into he is moving with acceleration due to gravity 9.8 and 50. So this comes to be 980 meter per second. V square madi. Okay, next. And that V becomes initial velocity for the next journey. For the next journey AB, what is the initial velocity? Initial velocity V ida. This is the initial velocity. What the final velocity? Final velocity 3 LA 3 meter per second. And the acceleration is minus 2. Again we will apply V square is equal to U square plus 2AS concept will apply. But V is 3 LA 339. U square is how much? 980 minus 2 into 3 into S. S is the AB. Remaining portion of the journey. Okay. So now what I will do is, come on, you take this to this side. 2 into 3 into AB is equal to, so this will be 989. Okay. So AB will be equal to 989 by what? By 6. By 6. How much you will get approximately? 6 ones are 6, 38, 6 6 are the 29, approximately 4 or 5. I put 5 approximately. Okay. So the remaining will be 165. So what the total distance? Therefore the total distance OB is equal to 50 in free space plus with parachute. How much? 165. 165. Somewhere I made the mistake. 3, somewhere I made the mistake. 3 square. So this is coming, minus, this is minus. Sorry, here I made the mistake. So 380, this is, so this is the 980 minus 9. So it will be 971. 971. I had to subtract, I added it, sorry for that. Okay, so 971 by 6 comes to be 1. So it will be 37, 6, okay, 10, approximately 2. So 162. So then also there is a slight variation. 162. Okay, so it will be 2 and it's okay. 2 and this will be 1 and 2. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 298. Check where I made the mistake. Oh, I made the mistake here. It acceleration is not 3. I wrote it as 3. So once again I will do. Sorry for that. We are getting method is correct. So here final velocity will be 3. So v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So this is 9 is equal to 980 minus 2 into s. I wrote 3. It is not 3. It is 2. Yeah, now I got it. So 4s is equal to 971. So s is equal to 971 by 4. That will be 2 2s, 8, 4, 11. So again 2 and of course something like that. 3 also I can use. So it will be 243. Okay. So 50 plus 243. 50 plus 243 will be 293. Yes, 293 will be the answer, like that. So I took 3 because I misunderstood with velocity. It is not 3, it is 2. So 243 plus 50 will be 293. Okay. Next, see this. A butterfly is flying with a velocity of 4 root 2. 4 root 2 in the northeast direction. Okay, and the wind is blowing. So the butterfly is flying in the wind. So they have given the velocity of butterfly with respect to wind. And they want to know what the displacement of the butterfly. Okay, so to find out the displacement of the butterfly, we should know what is the velocity of the butterfly only. Again, concept. So this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. Butterfly is flying, velocity of butterfly with respect to wind. Butterfly is flying in the wind. In the northeast direction, what the velocity? 4 root 2. So that means it is making an angle of 45 with east. Northeast means angle bisector. And what the direction of the wind? Wind is moving towards north. So this is the velocity of the wind. How much it is? 1 meter per second. But I want only the velocity of the butterfly only. What you have to do? We will do it in vector form. So you write VBW, velocity of the butterfly with respect to wind. Apply vector form. 4 root 2 components. You have to go for components because here we'll have 4 root 2 cos 45. Here we'll have 4 root 2 sin 45. Write it in vector form, it will be easy. 4 root 2 into 1 by root 2 I cap plus 4 root 2 into 1 by root 2 j cap. That will come out as 4 I cap plus 4 j cap. That is the relative velocity of butterfly with respect to wind. And what is the velocity of the wind? Wind is moving only along the y-axis. So minus I1 into j cap. It is minus j cap, like that. So now we want velocity of the butterfly. We know that velocity of the butterfly with respect to wind is nothing but velocity of the butterfly minus velocity of the wind. Yes. So what is the velocity of the butterfly? Velocity of the butterfly will be velocity of the relative velocity plus velocity of the wind, like that. That means it is a quotient. We have to add. Okay. So that is 4 I cap plus 4 j cap minus. So it will be 3 j cap. So this is the velocity of the butterfly. But we want only the magnitude. We don't want the vector form. So the magnitude of velocity of the butterfly will be root of 4 square plus 3 square. 4 square plus 3 square is nothing but 5. So the butterfly is moving with the velocity of 5 meter per second. They want to have displacement. So we case that displacement is equal to velocity of the butterfly by time taken by the butterfly. What is the velocity of the butterfly? 5. So 5 by 3. No. Displacement is displacement is equal to velocity of the butterfly into time. Okay. Velocity of the butterfly is nothing but 5. 5 into 3. 5 into 3 is nothing but 15 meters. So 15 meters will be the answer like that. Okay. So velocity of the butterfly we have to find out. Okay. Yes. Next. These are a very simple question. Yes. Come on. A car is standing 200 meters behind the bus. So we are having a bus, and of course we are having a car. And the car is at a distance of 200 meters behind the bus. You want to overtake the bus. Okay, the two which is also at rest. Both are at rest. So both are at rest. Bus is at rest. So initial velocity is 0. Car is also at rest. Initial velocity is 0. The two starts moving simultaneously. So both will start at the same time. So the total time to meet them is also same. But with different forward accelerations. Bus is moving with 2 meter per second square, and the car is moving with 4 meter per second square. The car will catch the bus. So what will be the time taken by the car to catch the bus? Okay, but both are traveling at the same time. Okay, so let us assume that they will meet after car will overtake the bus after 30 seconds. So in 30 seconds, bus will move from here to here. Bus will move from B1 to B2. Okay, but car has to move from C1 to C2. Is it not? Now see this. Immediately you can understand by seeing the figure. So in an interval, so both have started their journey same. So time taken by the bus to travel from B1 to B2 is one the same as time taken by the car to travel from C1 to C2. So B2, C2 are one the same. So then definitely our car can overtake the bus. So what the concept here? Please look. So we can say that distance traveled by the car in t seconds is equal to 200 plus distance traveled by the bus in the same interval of time. Correct. See the figure, you can understand 200 plus B1, B2 is equal to C1, C2. What the distance traveled by car? Car is starting from rest. Okay. So S is equal to ut plus half at square. So half into A means A2 4 into t square is equal to 200 because the gap is 200 plus by the time bus also will travel some distance. Bus is also starting from rest. U is 0. Half into A is 2 into t square like that. Okay. So now this will come out as 2t square. This will come out as 1t square. So difference will be t square. T square will be 200. So but t will be 10 root 2. T will be 10 root 2. Okay. If you put it in integrals, 10 into 1.4. That will be 14 point something. So 14 point something will be the answer. Like that. Okay. Yes. The next question. Again we are going back to the projectile motion question. Come on. A particle starts from rest at t is equal to 0 having initial velocity. Initial velocity enga undu 3 I cap only. J cap illa. That means ux is equal to 3. Uy is equal to 0. The at t is equal to 0. Projectile motion concept. And moves in the xy plane with acceleration. Acceleration enga undu ax, ay. So ax is equal to 6. Ay is equal to 4 like that. So this is the data they have given. Okay. So they want to know the x coordinate of the particle at the instant of time. They want to know the x coordinate when the y coordinate becomes 32. When y becomes 32, what is x? So what we have to do? We have to find out what the time taken by y coordinate to become 32. In the same time, we will find out x. So how do you write x coordinate? X is equal to uxt. Uxt plus half a xt square because ax one. Okay. And how do you write y? Y is equal to uy illa. So we will write half ut, u0, uy0 plus half ay t square. This x is not going to be time. So what is y? 32 What is ay? 4 t square. So what is t square? 16. What is t? 4 seconds. So after 4 seconds, y coordinate becomes 32. So that 4 seconds I will substitute here. So put t is equal to 4 seconds and find out x coordinate. X is equal to, what is ux? 3 into 4 plus half into ax. What is ax? 6 into 4 square, 16. So this will go by 8 times. So it will be 12 plus 48. So the answer will be 60. So when y takes 32, x will take 60. 60 will be the answer, like that. Okay, yeah. The next question, the particle has an initial velocity and an acceleration. Its speed will be, yeah. Particle will have an initial velocity and an acceleration. Its speed will be, yeah, kandupidikka. Again same model. Initial velocity ഏത് model ഉണ്ട്? 3i cap plus 4j cap. That means separate ചെയ്യണം. ux is equal to 3 and uy is equal to 4. അങ്ങനെ ഇരിക്കട്ടെ. And they gave acceleration also. ax is equal to 0.4 and ay is equal to 0.3. And they want to know what the speed after 10 seconds. To t is equal to 10 seconds, t is equal to 10 seconds. In x component, y component kandupidikka. Okay. So we know that v is equal to u plus at concept. Ma'am is applying, but we will do for horizontal. So vx is equal to ux plus axt and vy is equal to uy plus ayt, like that. അങ്ങനെ vx vy കിട്ടും, net total എടുക്കുക. That is equal to ux. What is ux? 3 plus what is ax? 0.4. Time how much? 10. So it is 3 plus 4. How much? 7. Similarly here, what is uy? 4. What is ay? 0.3. What the time? 10. 4 plus 3. How much? 7. So uy will be, vx is equal to 7, vy is equal to 7. So we want total. So total can be calculated in this way. We know that v is equal to root of vx square plus vy square. That is root of 7 square plus 7 square. That is 7 root 2. That is 7 into 1.4 comes to be 8.8. No, not 8.8. No. That is 28 to 9.8. Yes, 9.8 will be answer, like that. Simple. Next question. A ball projected from the ground at an angle of 45 clears a wall in front. Okay, we'll draw the figure. So ball is projected like this at an angle of 45. At an angle of 45, clears a wall. It's a wall. Clears a wall means touches the wall in front of it. If point of projection is 4 meters from the wall, O is the point of projection. This wall 4 meters from the wall, point of projection. And the ball strikes the ground at a distance of 6 meters on the other side. ഇവിടെ അത് 30. അപ്പോൾ ടോട്ടൽ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് എത്ര ആയിരിക്കും? ടോട്ടൽ മീൻസ് 10 ആയിരിക്കും. ആ 10 നമുക്ക് ഏതായിരിക്കും? റേഞ്ച് എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റും. ഏത് റേഞ്ചാണ്? തീറ്റ 45. അപ്പോൾ ഏത് റേഞ്ച് ആയിരിക്കും? മാക്സിമം റേഞ്ച് ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് 10 എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റും. ഓക്കെ, യെസ്. എന്താ വേണ്ടത്? വാട്ട് ദി ഹൈറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദി വാൾ? ഹൈറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദി വാളാണ് വേണ്ടത്, വൈ ആണ് വേണ്ടത്. ഡോണ്ട് സേ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് എച്ച്. ഓക്കെ, വി വാണ്ട് വൈ. ഹൗ ഡു യു ഫൈൻഡ് ഔട്ട് വൈ? വൈ ഇസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു എക്സ് ടാൻ തീറ്റ minus half g x square by ux square എഴുതാം, തെറ്റൊന്നുമില്ല. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ ദിസ് ഇസ് ദി മെത്തഡ് ടു ഫൈൻഡ് ഔട്ട് വൈ. എക്സ് ഉണ്ട്. വാട്ട് ഈസ് എക്സ്? അപ്പോൾ എക്സിന് വന്ന് 4 അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ ഈ സ്ഥാനത്ത് 4 ഇടുക. തീറ്റ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, തീറ്റ 45 തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇനി എന്താ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുന്നത്? യു എക്സ് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. യു എക്സോ യുവോ എന്തെങ്കിലും കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. യു എക്സ് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ ഫോർ ദാറ്റ് R തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, ബട്ട് വി നോ ദാറ്റ് R maxima is equal to u square by what? U square by g. So u square is equal to R maxima into G. What is R maxima? 10. 10 into 10, 100. So what is U? U will be 10 meter per second. Appo namukku ini ux kandupidikkallo. So what is ux? U cos theta. That is 10 into 1 by root 2. Okay. That is 5 root 2. So ma'am calculate 5 root 2. Athanolu. In our value substitute cheyda manaku y coordinate kittum. So y is equal to y nu parayundu height of the wall. Y is equal to x. What is x? 4. Tan 45 1 minus half into g. G 10 eduthu into x square. What is x square? 4 into 4 by ux square. What is ux square? 5 root 2 the whole square. 5 root 2 5 into root 2 2 like that. So this will be y is equal to 4 minus cheyendada. Come on. 2 2's gets cancelled and 2 2 gets cancelled. This 2 will get cancelled. You are getting 8 by 5. That will be 4 minus 1.6. 4 minus 1.6. How much? 2.4 meters. So 2.4 meters will be the height of the wall. In this way you have to do. It's simple only. You have to remember y is equal to x tan theta like that. Okay, next question, 29th question. A ball is projected from the ground at an angle of 45 degrees from the ground. Okay, again, come on. Yeah, project it like that. So now this angle will be angle 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Its velocity after 2 seconds. So now let us assume that it reaches the point P. Time will be equal to 2 seconds. Then the velocity is 20 meter per second. So velocity after 2 seconds they have given. The maximum height attained ഇതാ വേണ്ടത് h വേണ്ടത് h വേണം അപ്പോൾ h കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി നമുക്ക് uy square by 2g മതിയല്ലോ because it is u square sin square theta by 2g. Yes. അപ്പോൾ uy വേണം എങ്ങനെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പറ്റും? Come on, start doing. Lengthy question ചെയ്യണം. So here we are having compound. ഇവിടുത്തെ ആംഗിൾ തന്നിട്ടില്ല, be careful. ഇവിടുത്തെ ആംഗിൾ തന്നിട്ടില്ല, be careful. അപ്പോൾ ടീച്ചർ ഇത് ആൽഫ എടുക്കട്ടെ. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ വി കാസ് ആൽഫ ഉണ്ട്, ഇവിടെ വി സൈൻ ആൽഫ ഉണ്ട്. ആൽഫ എലിമിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം, ആൽഫ തന്നിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ അതുപോലെ ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് യു ഉണ്ട്, യു കാസ് 45, യു സൈൻ 45. ബൈ കമ്പയറിങ് ഇവിടെ വി തന്നിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ 20 അങ്ങനെ ഇടാം. ഓക്കെ, കമ്പയറിങ് യു കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക, അപ്പോൾ ദെൻ യു വൈ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. കമാൺ വി, because we know that horizontal component velocities are always equal. So v cos alpha is equal to u cos 45. അങ്ങനെ എടുക്കട്ടെ. പിന്നെ ഇവിടെ വരുമ്പോൾ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് vy is equal to uy minus gt concept. Okay, what is vy? V sin alpha is equal to u sin alpha, that is u sin 45 minus 10 into t, gt, 10 into t, t is 2 seconds, 10 into 2 into 20. ഇനി നമുക്ക് ആൽഫ വേണ്ട, സോ ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യണം. നോ ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട, സ്ക്വയറിങ് ആൻഡ് ആഡിങ്, ബിക്കോസ് വി തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. യാ, ദാറ്റ്സ് ബെറ്റർ. Squaring and adding I will do. I am comfortable with that. So squaring and adding. അപ്പോൾ v square cos square alpha plus v square sin cos alpha. അപ്പോൾ cos square alpha plus sin square alpha will be 1. Is equal to ഈ സൈഡ് സ്ക്വയർ ചെയ്യണം. u square cos 45 square. So that will be 1 by root 2 plus ഇത് a minus b the whole square. Be careful. Again u square by 2. Okay, minus 2 into u into 1 by root 2 into 10 into 2, 2ab ఏదంటే 2 into ab plus 400 it, correct. But what is v? V is 200. ആ 200 ഇവിടെ സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഇത് എത്ര ഇടും? 200 സ്ക്വയർ 400. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 400 കട്ടായി പോകും. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് യു സ്ക്വയർ ബൈ 2 പ്ലസ് യു സ്ക്വയർ ബൈ 2 എങ്ങനെ എഴുതാം? u square at either. We complete the term, we can bring it to the other side. Okay. So this will be around what? This will be 20 root 2 u. Cut cheyamo 20 root 2 u gittum. So u gets cancelled. So what is u? U will be 20 root 2. പക്ഷെ നമുക്ക് h കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി u വേണ്ട, uy ആ വേണ്ടത്. Therefore uy is equal to 20 root 2 sin 45, 1 by root 2. So what is uy? 20 meter per second. So your uy will be 20 meter per second. That value we have to put it here. Okay. So what is uy 20? 20 into 20 by 2 into g. G I will take it as 10. Okay. Gets cancelled. So what is the answer? So the maximum height of the tower will be 20 meters. In this way hard to do. Good question. Okay, go through. Okay. Next, the last question. Come on. A fighter jet is flying horizontally. You got a jet plane under. Okay. Yeah. It is moving horizontally. It is moving horizontally with a speed of 200 meter per second. Okay. It is moving horizontally with a speed of 200 meter per second. When it is passed directly overhead in anti-aircraft gun, a bullet is fired. So exactly at this point, a bullet is fired like that. Okay, bullet is fired with a velocity. So I took this as for jet. Okay, jet. So this is the velocity of the bullet. Okay, bullet by making an angle theta. Okay. Okay. To hit the jet. Okay, so bullet has to hit the jet. Okay, simultaneously. So when it is exactly simultaneous, when the aeroplane is at this point, immediately I am firing the gun. So so the bullet has to hit the aeroplane. Okay. So then if the bullet velocity is 400, okay. If the bullet velocity is 400 meters, and then time angle. What is the angle? Okay. Good enough, okay. So when the aeroplane is here, exactly above my point, we are firing the bullet. Okay. So time taken by the aeroplane to move from A to B is one the same as time taken by the bullet to move from O to B. Okay. Think that A is 6 o'clock. O is also 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock 30 seconds, it has to hit. So 6 o'clock 30 seconds. Samayatana jet 30 seconds. Bullet 6 o'clock 30 seconds. Samayatana 30 seconds. So the time taken by the aeroplane to move from A to B is one and the same as time taken by the bullet to travel the same distance. So that's the concept. Okay. Yes. So like this. So this will be the distance traveled by the bullet. Okay. So for the aeroplane, how do you write E distance? I mean AB. AB can be written as our 200 into time. Okay, correct? Yes. But if you draw a perpendicular, you will get OM. OM. What is OM? OM is the horizontal distance for the bullet. But how do you write the horizontal distance? We know that x is equal to UXT. UXT. For projectile motion, we will do like that. So, x is OM. OM AB same. Okay. So, 200 into T, which is taken as AM, can be taken as x for projectile motion. That x can be written as U cos theta into T. Ux U cos theta into T. Theta. ET gets cancelled. Because time taken by the aeroplane to travel the distance AB is one the same as time taken by the bullet from O to B. Then only the bullet will hit the aeroplane. Okay. So now U thandatunda 200 is equal to 400 into cos theta. So gets cancelled. 1 by 2 is equal to cos theta. Therefore theta will be equal to 60 degrees. So the answer is 60 degrees like that. So very carefully we have to read the questions and we have to collect the data and we have to do one by one. I hope you have understood that. Okay, thank you.